Hi, welcome to my video blog. This is my very first video, so it might be a bit rubbish. So I do apologise in advance for how many times I will say and as I just demonstrated. I also wanted to apologise for how many times this video is probably gonna just, I don't know, start responding and it's going to show me pulling really funny faces, because I'm actually using the YouTube uploader, well, the actual recording video through YouTube directly, because it actually works slightly better than me trying to do it with the very basic video recorder that I have with the computer. So yeah, it's not brilliant. Right, so why am I doing this? Why am I making videos? I suppose I just thought, why not? I thought, this is something I've never done before. It looks fun, and I recently started watching this sort of like vlogging series that one of my friends, Christine, who's an online friend, and what her and some other girls are doing. And it's actually been lots of fun. It's been really fun watching their videos and commenting. And I thought, what, I really want to get involved and do something like that. Also, I'm kind of sentimental, and I like sort of looking back on things. And unfortunately, this past year or two, I've just completely failed at taking photographs. I used to take photos all the time. I had hundreds and hundreds of them, of myself, of places I've been to, where I've lived, everything. And I don't know what happened, but I sort of stopped. So this is sort of a different way for me to kind of capture the past, and for me to be able to look back in maybe a year, 5 years, 10 years, and be like, that was me when I was 24, and these are some of the thoughts and feelings I had then. So it's going to be a lot of fun. So I better tell you a little bit about myself. My name's Sarah. I'm 24, and I'm English, as you can tell from the accent, and I've lived in England for about 19 years. So that's from when I was born to when I was 19. And then I decided I just wanted to get away, and I went up to Scotland, and I went to university and studied psychology at the University of Stirling. I did that for 4 years, and after that I ended up moving to Glasgow, and that's because I met my boyfriend Chris just before my final year of university. Fully fell in love and I moved to Glasgow with him and moved in with his family. After a year, he graduated from university, and we just thought, we'll apply for some jobs in London. And he managed to get the first job he applied for in London, and it turned out to be pretty awesome. So we've moved to London. We moved down to Hatfield for about just under a month, not even a month, for a few weeks. And that was kind of temporary, just temporary accommodation until we found something else. And now we've actually moved into our new flat, and we've been there since Sunday, and it's now Wednesday, so it's not been very long. But yes, I live in London now, which is really exciting. And I suppose part of why I'm making a vlog actually is because I've kind of entered a new stage in my life. I've completely moved to a different country. Although I don't know if you can really call moving to England from Scotland moving to another country, but technically it is. So I'm in another country. I've I've moved in with my partner, and it's different from living with him and his parents. We're kind of being grown-ups and doing everything ourselves and managing money and everything. So this is kind of exciting and new and different. I'm going to be starting a real job. I did a lot of temporary positions last year, and they were rubbish. They were in retail, and now I'm going to be working in a school as a teaching assistant, and I'm really looking forward to it. And that's going to be for a whole year, unless they don't like me and decide to get rid of me. And it's exciting. It is. So yeah, lots of new things are happening. I'm also going to be applying for a PGCE. So fingers crossed that they like me and then invite me to an interview and then decide that they want me to go on their course. So loads of things are happening. So it's really exciting. Let me see. As a person, I'm quite shy. I've never been a really social person. When you look at that kind of scale from being introvert to extroverted, I should be the other way around, but fine. But I'm always been more introverted than extroverted. But things have changed though, I think. I mean, when I was back at school, I didn't have that many friends. I was just very quiet. And no one really knew who I was. And then when I went to university, I kind of came out my shell a bit. I went to Canada for 4 months for study abroad, and that was really good. And again, that kind of helped me to talk to those people and get really confident. And also the internet's helped. I've had a lot of nice, wonderful, brilliant internet friends from different countries that I've been in touch with. And so yeah, I'm shy, but I'm also not completely like really, really shy. Yes, sorry, I'm so very coherent today. I didn't get up until about 10 o'clock, and then I had to wait to go to the shower because someone else was in it, and it just made me awake. It's just not, I'm not quite awake. Anyway, I'll stop wittering. Let me see. I don't really know what else to say about myself, really. I like a lot of things. I mean, I watch a lot of TV shows, especially recently. I've been watching things like Doctor Who. I used to watch House all the time and then kind of got fed up with it. Scrubs, How I Met Your Mother is brilliant. Big Bang Theory. Let's see what else. I absolutely love Roswell. I used to watch that when I was a teenager, and it's kind of my guilty pleasure. I absolutely love it, and I've watched every episode, like, a lot. Let's see, Buffy, I really love Buffy. Friends, although, that was a while ago, and I know it really well. What else? Oh, what was I watching recently? I watched Grey's Anatomy, but that was a while ago. But, I still like it. I watched a really good series. Oh, Firefly. I love Firefly. That was brilliant. I've just recently rewatched it, and it's just, I love it so much. And I'm watching Castle right now, which is really exciting. And I absolutely adore Nathan Fillion because he's so very sweet, and I want to give him a cuddle. And so yeah, I watch lots of cool TV shows, which I'm going to talk a bit more about when I do a video for the Nerdy Wordy group, which all the girls there have said that I can join. So I shall be making some videos for that. I also read a lot. I didn't used to. I actually got to a point where, because I read a lot when I was a child, all the time. I was reading the Goosebumps books and point horrors and point romance at one point. And then I kind of stopped. And I don't know what it was. I think I had a very rough few years when I was a teenager where I don't know what happened. I just stopped doing things that I used to do when I was a child. And I never seemed to have time to read, and I got very picky about what I read. And I always wanted to pick up books and read them, but then I'd just be like, well, I don't want to read that because what if I don't like it? So I just kind of stopped reading. And then sort of beginning of this year, actually during my university years, I didn't read that much because I always told myself I should be reading my psychology textbooks rather than reading books. That was my excuse for that. But when I left uni and when my boyfriend Chris got his Kindle, suddenly I was like, oh, you know what, I want to read again. And I started reading lots of books, and I just, I always had time on the bus in the morning to when I went to work, and my lunch break I always wanted something to do, so I'd read. So I just kind of read anything. I stopped being picky about it. I was just like, you know what, these books are entertaining and fun, and it doesn't take me long to read them, so so I read lots now. And I have my own Kindle, which I absolutely adore. It's my favourite thing ever. So I'll probably end up talking about some of the books that I've read sometime because that's always fun. Well, what else? At the moment I have a really weird I'm being a little bit obsessed with making my own kind of not cosmetics, but toiletries. Not that I've actually done anything yet, but I'm kind of want to get into it. It's probably something I'll get bored of very soon, but what have I done? I got a poster each day, and I got some honey, which is very exciting. And I'm going to use that to make maybe moisturizers or something. I don't know. I'm going to just put it on my face. See how I go on with that. I got excited and bought way too much of it though. I mean, that's 2 500-gram tubs. Oh,